Hi, this is Cindy Presgraves with Real Estate Divorced Single Parent. And today I want to talk about self-care. So the other day I was on Facebook, I was scrolling down and I saw someone on one of my high school friends. She actually posted this meme or, this post, and it got me thinking a lot about it. So the post goes like this. So you're telling me I'm supposed to keep my child alive, educate and play with them, and keep them off their tablet and TV. Keep the house clean, keep my relationship alive, cook meals, and keep track of the bills. Have my own career and aspirations and goals, manifest my dream life, meditate, go out with friends, and keep my friendships alive because it's not all about being a mom. Be a size 8 and walk 10,000 steps a day and work out 5 times a week and eat healthy and do all that on 4 hours of sleep. Cool. So I think about this. I'm like, wait, what? Well, okay. So let's face it. I'm kind of like that too. But where are we putting ourselves? And it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a woman. You could be a guy too. You can be a single dad. You can be a single mom. You can be a single. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what sex you are. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. Are you taking care of yourself first? And sometimes we say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put my kids first because that's the first thing, their first priority. But my previous podcast was about me being sick, right? And it's insane because I'm like, oh gosh. But, at times we don't think about ourselves. We put other people in front of us. We put everyone in front of us because we think they are most important. But reality is, yes, they are important. But when it comes to us, if we don't take care of us, like me, myself, who else is going to take care of me? But if I'm not well, if I don't do self-care or take care of myself for my kids, who else is going to take care of them? And that's one of the reasons I might get a lot of angry comments on this, but I really don't care, honestly. Just keep on scrolling. In this case it's going to happen to be like, hey, you know what? If I am able to take care of myself first, then I'm able to take care of my kids more and be there, being there for them, and that's sometimes like, I was thinking about this. I'm reading this book and it's called The Five Love Language. And it's really, really important and it's really interesting. But in this case, let me just go back to this whole thing of self-care. So we talk about oh, you know what? My kids are first. My kids have games and all that. And believe me, lately I've been driving myself crazy because I'm exhausted. If it's not my social life or business, it's my kids' life. And look, today I was exhausted. I was so tired. This weekend was so fun. But yes, my kids have a social life, but I also have to have a social life because I don't want to be hanging out with kids all the time. Believe me, I want to talk to adults too. I'm an adult and I want to talk to adults. And sometimes we forget about that. Sometimes we're so focused on our relationship, on our kids, and we forget our spouses, we forget our loved ones, things that really do matter. And I'm not saying that our kids don't matter. Our kids really do matter. But when was the last time you had a date with your husband? Yes, a date with your husband or your significant other. When was the last time that you went on a girls' night out? When was the last time you had a boys' night out? So I'll tell you. So last weekend, not this past weekend, last weekend, I went to Shreveport. I went to see my brother. And my brother's like, Cindy, you need to have a nice girls out. A girls' night out, sorry. And I'm like, why? He's like, I'm going to take the boys. We're going to have a boys' night out. And you're going to have a girls' night out. And I was like, okay, whatever. So my son, my kids, my two little boys, they were like, Mom, it was so cool to have a boys' night out. Like they played video games, they ate junk food. I posted on Facebook, I think it was Facebook and Instagram, about like the charcuterie of food for boys' night out and girls' night out. And it's hilarious because they had like candy, popcorn, they had all this junk food. And we had like veggies, we had like um, ham, salami, different type of cheeses, and it was healthy stuff. Oh, and yeah, veggies. Oh, and grapes. I love grapes. And all of these. And we even have guacamole and chips, but they had like beer, they had candy, they had popcorn and all that. And I'm thinking about this. I'm like, okay, so if my two little boys love boys' night out, what would be the difference of an adult having their own time off with their friends as to like, let's have a girls' night out and a boys' night out? And I've seen this so much. And, it is about like, when was the last time you actually had a trip with your guy friends? When was the last time you had a trip with your girlfriends? And it is so refreshing because when you come back, you'd be like, wait, you know what? I actually enjoyed myself. But at the same time, I want to go back to my spouse or my significant other, and I want to be able to have that relationship with them. So now I'm going to go into the 5 love languages. And this is something I'm going to talk about. Like, it makes me think so much. So when I was married to the kid's dad, and I never realized that I did not know what his love language was. Like when he would bring me flowers, I would get so upset. And it makes me think about like, honestly, gifts is not my love language. And now that I'm a little bit older, let's say experienced in this case, I think about all the things that I had been lacking. I had been missing. I had not been understanding. And sometimes we're so easy to give up on things. And honestly, no, it's not about giving up. It's understanding them better. It's like, for example, my son, okay, like he was in this other school and the teacher kept on telling me, this is like for first grade and kindergarten. Oh, Armando is actually giving me problems. He talks back. Okay, my son is just like me. I'm very forward, I'm very blunt, and I'm very upfront. And I don't keep my mouth shut, especially when you tell me, hey, this. But anyways, the case is that my son was trying to go ahead and, express himself, and the teacher did not understand him. And she would put him on timeout and constantly timeout and trouble and contacting me like, hey, you know what? He is causing a problem. He is being a problem at school. Okay, so what do I do in this case? So my mom had talked to me about my son, and she's like, he needs to be challenged. He is not being challenged in this. And I didn't realize that till I actually changed him schools. Now in the new school he is at, he's actually being challenged. There's no problems or anything. They tell me that he's really sweet. He's really he's very helpful and all that. And that is a difference. So now I'm comparing that to a relationship. Sometimes we say, oh, this person is so annoying. Oh, they don't appreciate what they do. All right, people, if you have never heard or you don't know what the 5 love languages are, I actually highly recommend you to go ahead and read the book, The 5 love languages. And they also have them in so many areas like the anger, kids, and I can't remember what else, but also like in relationships. And it is so important because whenever I was in a relationship, I never asked that. So how am I going to be able to express my love to them if I'm expressing them something that I want to be expressed in? So whenever I was, like for instance, I still don't know what my ex-husband's love language is. And I asked him, so I don't know. Anyways, but in this case, the more that we understand people, the better it is. The better relationship we are able to have with them. For example, in my case is quality time, physical touch, and I think it's acts of service. I have to double check on that. But gifts is like the very last one. I really don't care about gifts. Like, nope. I mean, you can give me something like whatever. But in this case, it is so, so interesting that this is also part of self-care. So keep in mind, you might be like, oh, you know what? Why is she talking about this or whatever it is? But in this case, it's not about that. It's understanding yourself better, getting to know you. You like, for instance, sometimes I do have self-cares and I go ahead and like, I get my hair done on a regular basis. I got my nails done. I get a pedicure. I get little things done all the time, but I like to look good. I like to take care of myself, but at the same time, okay, are you guys ready for this? All right. So whenever I do my nails, I take my kids. I get them to do pedicures and manicures. Yes, they're boys, but I want them to be, you know what? It is okay to go with mommy and get pedicures and manicures. And in this case I'm actually teaching them that is nice. Like I like having my significant other going with me to go get a pedicure and manicure because I like doing things together. I like spending time together with them. That is very, very important for me. But if they're going to go ahead and buy me something, I'm like, it's not important for me at all. I'd rather have things done for me. So now going back into self-care and relationships, and I have to tell you, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not an expert in this, but I've been through experience. If you want to have a better understanding of who you're going to be with, get to know yourself first. Because that way you can actually understand and have them understand what are the things you like, where you want to be approached, or how do you want your love to be, how do you want them to express their love to you? And it's really, really interesting because it's like amazing. Sometimes we do things like I was listening to like the 5 love languages. This man was like doing things like doing the laundry, cooking for her, doing all this stuff. And her love language was like conversations, quality time, words of affirmation. And he's like, I spent 20 years doing all this and I could have just been talking to her and for nothing. And it's just like sometimes the simplest things are the ones that matter the most. And sometimes we don't even think about that. You know, it's just like we overlook at things that are most important. And it's like I said, it's the smallest things are the ones that are going to be the most significant things that are going to impact. Like, for instance, a smile. If you smile at someone randomly in the street, they're going to be like, okay, that can change the mood on someone automatically. So, yeah, that's, like I said, that's really, really interesting. But now coming to as a single mom, single parent here, I can say that, yes, it is exhausting. It is freaking exhausting, especially being a realtor. And not only that, I'm not saying, hey, you know what, it's just because of my job, but I have a household completely. And sometimes, you know, I see my little ones and I'm like, okay, so I'm either going, I need a nap. Yes, I do take naps as an adult. It is okay as an adult to take naps. I'm telling you, there's no age, no age that you say, no, I am no longer taking naps. That's never going to happen. No. But in this case, it's just like, you know, we grow, and we think, and we think we can handle it, everything. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, sometimes I think I'm Superwoman, and sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck am I doing? How am I doing this? Did I really accomplish this? And for the past 4 years, I've been a single parent of two little ones. I've been raising, my kids are going to be 6 and 8. I've been raising them since they were 2 and 4. And they're going to be 6 and 8. And I'm like, wow, these two little boys, I am raising them to be, the best version I have raised them to be. And, they're really smart. But for the first years of their life, I was always like, hey, you know what? I need to be with the kids. I need to be with the kids. I need to be with the kids. And especially when you're a first time parent, we all we want to do is be around our kids. We don't want nobody else to help us. We don't want anybody else to take care of them. We just want our kids. But during that time too, always remember that you need to make time for your significant other. That person, date them, go out with them, get to know them. And this is, like I said, it's about self-care. You're also caring about yourself, but you're also taking care of your relationship. And yes, relationships, and even if you're not in a relationship, go on dates by yourself. I go eat sushi by myself sometimes, and I enjoy it. I'm just like peace and quiet, and be like, okay, I'm not in a hurry. I don't have to clean anybody. And sometimes we need that. It's not about just like, oh, but I need someone to do something. No, you don't. Like whenever I have my kids, I send them to Puerto Rico with my parents for the summer. I go ahead and travel. I go ahead and travel. I spend time with my brothers. But I'm having fun as a parent, and it is okay. It is okay for you to have fun as a parent, and you should never, never say otherwise, that you'll be, or, feel bad about it. And you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I do feel sometimes bad about, like, oh, you know what? I can't do this because I want my kids to enjoy it with me, but they're still little, and it is, like I said, it is really important to think about you first. Because if you as a person, as an adult, as a parent, as a boss, as a head of household, business owner, teacher, doesn't matter whatever your profession is, if you don't put yourself first, who is going to be able to take care of your kids? And I keep on saying that. So when you're in an airplane, what is the first thing that they tell you when those masks come out? Put that mask on you first. And then you put it on a child. Because if you're not able to function, the child going to be able to function for themselves? Or are they going to be able to help you with that? In occasions, there is true. It all depends on what it is. But think about you first. Eat healthy. Go to the gym. And even if you don't want to go to the gym, just walk around. Have them burn that energy. Doesn't matter what, regardless. But it's something that I've been learning. Like, if I don't take supplements, if I don't go to the gym, I feel like crap. But that is my daily thing. I go to the gym every single day. And lately I've been having fantasies. Huh? Did I get your attention there? I've been having fantasies of going to sleep. Sleeping long hours. I can't wait to sleep in one day. And it's not about just one day. I mean, sometimes like this weekend I slept long hours, and but I was tired. Believe me, I was tired. We did so many things, but like I said, it is self-care. Take care of yourself first. Put yourself first, because if you put yourself first, then you're going to be able to last for a long, long, long time. And keep in mind, if you're thinking about you first, then you can take care of everybody else. And don't ever feel guilty at all. It is okay. Like my kids, sometimes they ask me, Mommy, why are you not taking me? Because Mommy needs mommy time. And I run, where are you going, Mommy? Well, Mommy's just going to go work, or Mommy's just going to do something. I want to go. No, because then you're going to be saying, I'm bored. I don't like this. Do I really have to go? Mommy, can we go? No. That's why I'm saying mommy needs mommy time. Mommy can interact with other adults. And like, I wish I would have known this, but we live by experience. And this is why I'm telling you, self care. Go get your nails done. Do whatever you love to do. Um, and just plan a trip with your girls. Plan a trip with the girls, and they will, and that's good. Make girlfriends, make friends. It doesn't matter. Find them. I mean, you can make friends all over the place. If you think that you'd be like, how do I start making friends? Hey, you know what? Mommy groups. When I was in Minot, North Dakota, I belonged to mommy groups. Did I go to them? Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. But find your niche. Or you know what? Just start listening to books, and it will motivate you. It will change your mindset. Everything helps. Everything, as long as you're doing the right thing that is going to be making you happy and helping you find the best alternative that are there's for you, or you think that this is going to help you, then you know what? You're going to be in the right place. uh, do like a painting class. I love like the wine paintings or something. I think there is, and I do like that. And sometimes I do take my kids. Be like, okay, let's just take the kids, or different things. But find things that you love, enjoy, and you know what? Like I said, self care. You don't have to do it all. You don't. You need to take care of yourself. And I'm gonna read this meme again. Oh wait, no, I lost it. Let me see here. I'm gonna find it. Like I said, so as a mom, you're allowed to sleep. As a mom, and it's not as a mom, because sometimes even as an adult, are you actually thinking about you, or are you always focusing on your business, on your work, on your job? Are you working all the time? What are the things that you're actually missing out on? Meaning, missing out on, are you actually happy where you're at? Are you actually happy on the things that you're not doing, or you're missing out? Well, yeah, there's different things like, okay, you like to travel? Okay, so just take some time off. It is really important for you to take some time off. And believe me, you're not going to regret it, because sometimes being a workaholic is not going to pay you off. And you got to enjoy life. Take a break. It is good. Take a pause. Enjoy. Enjoy it with your friends. Enjoy it with your family. So, so you're telling me I'm supposed to keep my child alive. So with this, I'm definitely keeping my kids alive, because I feed them every day. I give them bath. I take them to school. I wake their butts up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We go to the gym. I make them run. So I educate them. Yes, I take them to school. I do their homework with them, and I play with them. Well, I do play with them. I do run with them. Does that count? And I enjoy being with them, even though it's just like, hey, let's just go run, or let's just do this, or let's just talk about that, or let me read you a book. Take 5 minutes and you read a book, and keep them off their tablet and TV. Okay, I got a little story about this one. So after trick or treating last night, my 5-year-old decided to, I heard like a bang. I'm like, okay, weird. This is like at 9 o'clock. Okay, I'm just going to go to sleep. Then I heard it again at 3 o'clock. Bang! But it was louder. And I'm like, what in the world's going on? Okay. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. Okay, fine. I'll just get out of bed. I don't know what the heck is going on, but let me just go. All right. I got out of the bed. What the heck? I'm like, oh no. Oh no. I saw my 5-year-old on the couch. You know what happened? He dropped the remote control. The remote control did boom. And you know what also happened? The batteries came out. But he was on the couch, wide awake, wide awake. Look, if you saw his face, he was like really tired, but he kept on like just his eyes kept on open. I'm like, oh no, child, I'm gonna wake your butt up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I told him, get in my bed. He got on my bed. So keep them off their tablet and TV. Keep the house clean. All right, people. Keeping the house clean lately, it's been just like crazy because I keep up with laundry, then all over again. I have to clean, do laundry again, have all the clothes done, laundry again. I'm like, what the heck? This is like a never ending story. Oh, and don't even get me started with dishes because, especially with the house clean, oh, yes, we're doing house clean. But lately, I kind of find myself cooking more because I'm trying to eat healthier and I'm trying to eat more food, meaning I'm trying to lose weight too. But it's most likely I'm trying to keep up with everything. So I make them breakfast. I make them oatmeal. I make them, well, lunch, no, they eat at school. I make them dinner. And this is not counting everything I eat during the day, like my snacks, my protein, everything else. And I'm like, wow, how many dishes am I washing? And this is only 3 people. And I'm like, hey, I finally cleaned my office. Shh, don't tell anybody. But this is a lot sometimes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to keep up with this? And I already told my cleaning lady, like, look, you need to come at least 2 times a month because I cannot keep up with this. And sometimes we do need help. Like I'm telling you, we cannot do it all. Like we cannot. And that's something I'm learning slowly. And it's frustrating sometimes because it's just like, no, I can do it. I can do it. No, 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 no. It's just think about the things that you want to do and what are the things that are more valuable to you to spend time on than the things that are not. Okay, keeping my relationship alive. I'm honestly not in a relationship. So I guess whatever for that. But in a relationship, keeping my relationship alive. Communication is really important. Getting to know that love language, that is so much more important too. Because that way you can actually feel love and love the way that you want to be loved as and understanding and being, okay, I love you. And they're like, Also, relationship with your kids or with your family. Like, hey, you know what? Earlier I was talking to my brother. Like, okay, so I'm seeing him Friday. But it's that communication, that relationship with your friends. This is not only about parents. It's about everything else. Coworkers, family, friends, neighbors, everybody. Cook meals and keep track of the bills. All right, cook meals. Like I said, did I tell you that cooking meals equals dishes and all that? Oh, and don't even get me started because even if I cook and I use the disposable plates, I am still making a mess. And I'm a really clean person. Tracking the bills, I have everything automatic. Believe me, that is a lifesaver. And yeah, completely. Only thing would help is if I don't keep on missing my debit card because I keep on losing that one. But regardless to everything else, that is perfect. So I have my own career and aspirations and goals. I do have my own career and I have aspirations and I have goals and I do work hard for them. So yes, set up a vision board, write the things that you want to do, write those things down. That is really, really important. Manifest my dream life? Of course you can. You can always manifest. The right mindset will get you to the right place. Doesn't matter where you're at in life. It doesn't matter how busy you are. You always manifest that. You always wake up happy. Always be positive because you know what? When you're positive things will always come in. Like I said, meditation, sleeping. I call it sleeping. It's not really the same thing, but just in case. So go out with friends and keep my friendships alive because it's not all about being alone. And this is what I'm saying. Self-care. It is really important. Self-care is so important. Be a size 8 and walk 10,000 steps a day. Okay, it all depends on what type of lifestyle you have. But it's doable. It is. I work out every day. And sometimes when I work out every day, I do eat a lot. I'm not a size 8, but I'm probably like a size 2. I'm not. Don't hate me. But I do eat a lot. But I eat healthy. And I try to, eating healthy, I try not. But my problem is here. Say and work out 5 times a week. and eat healthy and do all that on 4 hours of sleep. Cool. All right. Usually I go to sleep at midnight and I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to get better in that because it's hard. I mean, my brain just goes like, it's like the Energizer bunny. Just imagine that. You keep on going and 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 going. Did I mention that? Keep on going? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You know what? It's always think about yourself and don't ever feel guilty that you're doing something wrong or nothing. Think about you. Sometimes you have to be a little bit selfish in order to be there for everybody else. So with that, I'm leaving it for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And this is Cindy Presgraves with Real Estate Divorce Single Parent. Have a nice day.